Man, welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty podcast. Back at it again, doing what we do. We pretty much just talked for, I don't even know how long, because we didn't know what we was going to talk about, because we just keep talking about what's going on in fantasy football this year. Right now, we're watching Justin Fields light it up with DJ Moore going against the Redskins tonight. Craft man, what's going on, man?
It looks like Justin Fields is the Dynasty Startup 101 tonight. If you were doing this shit right now, and I know Matt really appreciates this because he got Justin Fields and he's been looking to sell him forever. But go out and buy Justin Fields, right? Right, Matt, go buy him.
Go buy him and pay a lot.
What do you really think? What you really think, though?
I'm gonna try to offer him CJ Stroud in the first. What you think,
Chris? What do you think about that? I need to think about that for a minute.
I would just hold on to Justin Fields. Is this in the Doo-Doo League?
Oh yeah, Doo-Doo Dynasty.
Okay, well then that pick is probably going to be a good pick if he does it.
No, he's saying he's going to give away Justin Fields for CJ Stroud in a first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and he'll get that first round pick.
Yeah, and I got a 24 first. That's going to be the 101.
Yeah, Crack Room. He's like middle.
He's you already got the right one. Now. What the 112?
So Crack Room. You think Crack Room ever listens to this podcast? Shout out to Crack Room if you do. I'm gonna be messaging you on Sleeper. Justin Fields, CJ. What's the name? CJ Stroud and a 24 first. I could roll with that. I got Kyler Murray on the IR. I'm gonna have Caleb Williams on my team. It's gonna be Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, CJ Stroud. I'll be trading one more.
You know, there's like 3 other people in this league that are 0-4 just like you, that are just as bad as your team is now.
Nah, there's nobody as bad as my team. I look at the points scored. I'm way down there.
Yeah, but you can't trade with none of those 0-4 people, man. They're hard to trade with. They got hard heads.
Who is it?
It's Zamil and Akil.
Oh man, that is funny. All of us took the young route this go round. Nah, you know what? I don't think Akil was really initially taking that route. I think he just started losing.
He just started
young.
Yeah, he was like Joe Burrow was a beast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dang, man, it's crazy. I offered him Justin Fields for Joe Burrow. Glad he didn't accept that.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Yeah, I'm taking Joe. I'm a Justin Fields guy, man. You didn't know? Oh man, too funny.
We're trying to help out the people out here. We're just being selfish, talking about our own problems, trying to sell the players that we really love or really hate.
Hey, we're giving out some good information. We've seen a few trades. Chris been involved in a few. We might as well just talk about some of these trades, just to do it. Dynasty-wise, from the Dynasty perspective, we was talking about one. Wisdom. It's funny Chris said you can't trade with those guys. Chris just did a big trade with Zamil. It was, let's go. We call this the home league. But it was 10-team PPR. That's the most important league. Chris traded Josh Jacobs, a 25 first and a 26 first, and he received Saquon Barkley and Mike Evans.
Well, what do you think about that, Chris? I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You're giving up a lot of draft capital. I mean, what does the Mills team look like? Was he trying to? Well, he ain't in win now mode, obviously.
Well, I mean, he's got Jonathan Taylor. He's in win now mode. His team's good enough to win now. He does have one of the best teams in the league. But Jonathan Taylor's sitting down there on IR. Saquon Barkley hadn't been playing. I mean, he's still winning, though. But it was more about what I wanted on my team. Jacobs, I knew he was going to have a game where he was going to break out and do this. Up in the air. If I can get Saquon the original trade was I was looking to get a receiver, so I said, well, "What you want for Mike Evans?" So he sends me something that's just I can't even remember what he sent me. It was absolutely absurd. It was ridiculous. I was like, "No, fuck that." So I sent him something back involving Josh Jacobs. I said I sent Josh Jacobs a first and a second for Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans. I was like, "Look, for me to do this, like I'm showing that it's worth it to me to move these. I'm offering you Jacobs first and all this." So he was like, "Well, Taylor's untouchable, yada yada." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I get that, but I'm gonna try because he's not gonna play. He's not even playing. You know, this dude has no value right now. I don't care who you are. He's got no value. He's not playing. He's not playing for the Colts. I'll say that again. He will not take the field this year in Indianapolis."
You don't think so? There's been a lot of
No.
news that said that JT said today that his contract situation and all them talks were in the preseason, and now that it's over with, said and done, he's going to play.
Oh. Man, players say that all the time, don't they? And then they don't do it.
I mean,
but now, if he ends up playing, is it because he wants to play for the Colts, or is it because he wants to show other teams what he's worth?
I think it's because he wants to accrue a contract. He wants to accrue his year so that he can make some money. So he's going to say the right things in public so the fan base doesn't hate him. And he's going to go out there, he's going to suck it up, and he's going to play for the Colts so he don't throw away $10 million. And because nobody's trading for him right now. I mean, the Dolphins were the main guy, and Devon Achane is like Jonathan Taylor 2.0. Who needs it? Who needs this motherfucker right now? We got Devon Achane. So the trade market just ain't there. And why should it be? All the main running backs are either underperforming or are hurt so far this year.
That's true. But so after that, he sends me that, and I tell him, I mean, it's just got to be worth it. So he sends me back Saquon Barkley, Mike Evans for Josh Jacobs and 2 firsts. And I thought about it for a little bit, but in the end, I was just like, look, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I got Christian McCaffrey. If Saquon Barkley even plays, if Saquon only misses 2 or 3 games the rest of the season, come postseason, I'm good. My team will be good enough to win.
Well, what do you think the value is upwards of Jacobs and Barkley? I mean, both of the offenses look absolutely terrible. Josh Jacobs played in a bad offense last year, and he was still all right. But, I mean, in redraft, I want to say, like, Matt, I'd have to look back at my redraft rankings, but, I mean, I think I had Saquon at, like, number 3 RB on the year, and I had, like, Jacobs at, like, number 7, like, just for this year. So are you still looking at, like, that kind of gap, or after the first 4 games, are you like, Saquon is way ahead of this dude?
I still think Saquon is way ahead of this dude. Saquon's going to be utilized more, and is why he is more injury prone. This dude's always hurt. You know why? Because his team uses him. They use the fuck out of him. He's the only player on the team. I mean, you got Darius Slay and fucking Sterling Shepard if he's not fucking on IR or what. I mean, they look like shit. I mean, the fucking Giants O-line looks like turnstiles at a fucking carnival. That's how easy it is to get through the Giants O-line. You just got to buy a ticket and walk right through it. That's it.
10 sacks last game? But you got Saquon, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you to make a point for Saquon. It seems like you're making a point against Saquon.
They're going to be dumping the ball off to Saquon. In PPR, that's just going to be a point every time he touches that ball.
Yeah.
He's going to be the main scorer on that team. Daniel Jones may scramble a little bit. Josh Jacobs, they have Devontae Adams. They have Jacoby Myers. Their only issue is they have Jimmy G. That's, then Aiden O'Connell that played the other day. I mean.
Well, let's say that Saquon plays this week against Miami. We're going on week 5 right now. If you had to do your redraft rankings just for this year, where would you put Saquon? Just off the top of your head, I know you can't do all this right now, but where would you put Saquon and where would you put Jacobs as far as the running backs go? Just
after this year?
Yeah, just from here on.
Now.
Yeah, from here on, from week 5 all the way to the end of the year.
Let's see. I'm going to still put Saquon at like 4. Jacobs, I don't see him. I don't know. He's a good player. I just don't. The other week, I think he's just gonna have them days.
Not top 10?
Top 10. Yeah, I'll be like 8, 9.
Okay. What do you think, Matt? Do you think I've been saying Jacobs is a buy low in redraft before last week? I mean, he had a great week last week, even though I was watching that game and you got Aiden O'Connell at quarterback.
Dumping the ball off.
Yeah, dumping the ball off, but they get down to the 5-yard line with like 2 minutes left, plenty of time, and Aiden O'Connell throws a pick on the 5-yard line. I'm like, hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. What were they down? I think we're down by 7. They were down by a touchdown. Dumbest shit ever. Josh McDaniels will be the first coach getting fired this year. I'll go ahead and say that.
I'm going to be real. I view them kind of similar, I would say. I mean, Josh Jacobs is pretty good. 4-8. Let's see. Chris said 4-8. I mean, who are we talking about? Christian McCaffrey, Bijan from here on out.
I mean, number 2 is kind of up in there. Christian McCaffrey's obviously number 1. I mean, Eckler, if he comes back, might have a really big year out of him. But Raheem Mostert's like number 1 or 2 now. I mean, Devon Achane's probably top 5 after 2 massive weeks.
He's like 6 right now.
We do need to talk about that situation. So what do y'all think about Achane? Do y'all think that this is somewhat of I ain't gonna say a fluke, but is it? I would say it's unsustainable for sure, like the touchdowns. But I mean, is Devon Achane, was he the Jahmyr Gibbs that y'all were hoping for, but it just ended up being Devon Achane, or is this just a 2-week type thing? What do you think, Matt?
Look, I think, shoot, I'm going to be real. If I was just competing this year, I would just hold on to A-Chain. But some situations, if you could get a haul, I mean, I'm just kind of going on with, now I'm just starting to say, if you can get a haul for any running back, you might as well just do it. If you could just downgrade a little bit. A-Chain's off the chain, though, so I don't know. I'm talking about like over 2 firsts, though. Like, it would have to be a haul. Like, you got to give me 2 firsts plus solid running back.
What if I told you Devon Achane played 60% of the snaps last week in a game that they were losing against Buffalo in a very, tight matchup where they needed points right away? I mean, 60%. I would love Jahmyr Gibbs to get a 60% snap share. That shit would be fucking incredible.
Well, I feel like the argument against Devon Achane ain't even about his play and any of that. It's just about his size and getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I say just play those odds right there. Those are the odds. I'd say on the field, he's good. Hell, he is what we want Jahmyr Gibbs to be.
Shit, I loved
Jahmyr Gibbs ain't getting that.
And I loved his tape when we did our rookie tape. I know you were like, too small.
He looks awesome on the field, though. Joker's super fast.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I don't blame you for hating on him being too small. He was just explosive, but I just didn't see. I saw like the carries, like maybe 10 touches to 15 touches a game, but I couldn't have ever imagined the just the touchdowns that he's getting in the past 2 weeks. So I don't think that's sustainable at all.
If I'm just being honest, I'd probably just hold him for a couple years. See how it goes. Ride it out with something like that.
Well, it looked like Sam Howell just threw him a nice little touchdown, not to fucking Terry McLaurin, though.
Yeah, he didn't give it to Brian Robinson to fucking run it in from the fucking 1, dude. Some bullshit.
Andy just got a 2-point conversion. I'm playing Noah this week. He just got him a nice 8 points right there from Sam Howell. If he'd have done it, at least he could have thrown it to Terry McLaurin. That's what I'm thinking.
So it's what, 27-11?
Yeah. Hey, coming back.
I took
just
the
like Denver did last week.
Money.
You look like you're going to win that one. I hope. They'll probably stop at 44.
The NFL's, I'm telling you, man, there's something scripted about them. All their games, just about every one of their games goes right to the line. Every time. Every time, man. I'm like, come on.
I don't get why people say it's scripted, though. Like, if you really think it's scripted, just bet the opposite of what you think, right? then you win a lot of money.
I'm just saying, like, it's scripted to where they're always gonna. There's gonna be certain calls they might not choose to win who wins straight up, but it's always gonna come down to the line, to the gambling line, and it's always gonna be like a couple plays that decides that gambling.
Like the Chiefs sliding, Patrick Mahomes sliding last week at the
or
the 1 yard line,
like the blatant fucking hold that they.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna be real.
But that was kind of like inside the pads, though. It was
I
kind of
mean,
like
he
it's
was
hard to
now. He did
see.
have him inside the pads. Like, I mean, that's normally is like, as long as your hands are right there, you ain't holding.
Nah, I don't. I think it was a hold, but I mean, there's a hold on every single play. So like, but when it comes down to stuff like that, people are gonna, especially nowadays with Twitter and everything, they're gonna find a reason and find a way to bitch and complain about something.
Kraft, man, call me crazy, but I think Patrick Mahomes threw that one pick on purpose. That one where he was throwing out to the sideline.
Both of them look bad. Both picks in that game.
I'm telling you, man.
Zach Wilson played.
He did. He looked
pretty good, man.
Gotta give him credit. I'm holding on to Garrett Wilson. For Zach Wilson to step up and do his thing.
So I got Zach Wilson and Doo-Doo. What would it take to get him? What you want?
I'll pick him up off the waivers.
I was about to say you'd have to drop him.
This is a starting young quarterback. I need at least a second.
No.
Oh well, I mean.
Well, you may get somebody else to do that, but I'm good.
I mean, a second wouldn't be that bad.
I
You're talking about like this past year, you wouldn't trade Tank Bigsby for Zach Wilson? I mean, put names to pick.
Know, man.
Jonathan Mingo. Yeah.
I'm definitely holding on to Mingo.
Oh God.
Over Zach Wilson.
They're about to bring Marquise Brown in that thing.
Ooh. Let's go.
I don't believe that.
I can't wait. They said they're looking for a legit number one receiver. Is what I heard.
That was on NFL.
We need a legit number one quarterback before we need a legit number one receiver.
Bryce Young is gonna be fine, man. He just needs to grow up a little bit mentally and physically.
That dude's IQ looks like doo-doo, dude.
Doo-doo.
All right, man.
Give him a chance, Chris. He's a rookie.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna bring up another trade. This one's one that had me and Chris involved. I had Puka Nacua going off this year. He's having a good year. I just drafted him so low in this startup draft, though. I said if anybody wants to give me a 24 first, I'll take it. Chris sent me one, and I took it. So I sent Puka Nacua for 24 first. What y'all think about that one, Kraft man?
I would rather have Puka Nacua, so good job, Chris.
What? Yeah, I feel you.
Unless it was an early first, obviously, like top 5. But I think Chris is going to be around the 8 to 12 range. So, I mean, if Puka Nacua, that's the problem. Is the only thing you can complain about with Puka Nacua is draft capital in the NFL. If Puka was a first or second or even third round pick in the NFL draft, there's no way you're getting a first for him after what he's put on the field so far. But, I mean, I guess the cons are that how long is Matthew Stafford going to be there? What's going to happen when Cooper Kupp comes back? It's obviously going to go down when Cooper Kupp comes back, but, you know, there's a lot of intangibles, I guess, that you could throw into there, but rookies don't usually perform like this, especially this consistently in the first 4 weeks. I mean, you might get a week or two out of them, but the targets is one thing that I look at the most, and his targets are absolutely incredible. So, you know, worst case scenario, Cooper Kupp comes back, and he's still putting up them Robert Woods numbers when he was there. So, I like the trade, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Kupp coming back definitely kind of influences it a bit, but my thought process behind that is they've been putting the corners on Puka. When Kupp comes back, they're going to have to put them guys on Cooper Kupp. That leaves Puka Nacua free again.
But do they
He's
play the
free.
same kind of position on the field though? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is Puka a true outside guy? Because I feel like he's been playing in the slot a lot.
Yeah.
And on that, I mean, they move him around. But when Cooper Kupp comes back, where's Puka gonna run most of his routes from? Is what I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we're gonna have to wait. But as far as the draft capital thing, yeah, that matters to me. But I think he ended up on the perfect team for that not to matter. The Rams, I think that's a great team for him to be on because the draft capital, that they don't, McVay don't seem to care. He's been passing this dude the ball like it wasn't shit. Just fifth round pick out there throwing him the ball 20 something times a game. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
But what do you think, Matt?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't disagree with nothing y'all are saying. I think Puka Nacua is good. I just went and looked at the draft results. Where did I get Puka Nacua? I drafted him in the 21st round.
that is
So
a
I'm
good.
just
Hey, that's a
thinking.
good return right there. So
So I just turned a 21st startup pick into a first round. I'm just playing the numbers with this one. The value with this one, it's just a big jump. Go ahead and throw me another first round pick into that next year's draft. Crap, I see you raising your hands. Tell me what's going on in the game. I gotta know.
Looks like Khalil Herbert just went down with a big injury.
Damn.
oh,
mean,
oh shit, yeah.
God dang it, dude! I can't catch a
Oh,
fucking break, dude.
that looks
It just,
bad.
I just, it just is what it is, man. When you got a league that you just keep losing in, and somebody's going off, but fantasy aside, let's hope Khalil Herbert's all right. But fuck,
Man, you
yeah,
soft, man. I'm just playing. All right, man. Shit. Well, that was the Puka Nacua trade. I mean, I just seen people making moves in Average Joe's, which means an injury did happen.
yeah. Roshan just probably got picked up like that quick, even though he's hurt right now too. But yeah,
So that means everybody go get you some Deontay Foreman for the
yeah,
Chicago Bears.
yeah. Go get y'all Deontay Foreman. But I think Roshan's probably the pickup. If you're gonna be listening to this like right away tomorrow, and y'all ain't watching this game, which it's the Bears versus the Commanders, I don't blame you if you're not watching it. But from a fantasy perspective, these games right here, they're worth a lot. There's a lot of big names in these games.
It's crazy because I'm not affected by none of these players tonight, except I do have Justin Fields and Doo-Doo, which he's got me in a close matchup, got me in a dogfight. I got a second quarterback problem. Like Derek Carr, he just ain't cutting it for me. Got no running back.
Ian
Just got a bunch
just
of wide receivers.
Ian just sent me a message and said, looked like his leg got bent back like a paperclip.
Yeah,
Oh, my
it did look bad, man.
Because Justin Fields can't throw the ball to him, dude. He was like 5 yards away and threw it at his feet. If he just hit him in the chest, he wouldn't have had to bend backwards to try to catch the damn thing. Maybe it was like a hyperextension, or it wasn't a cramp. But who knows?
We got any more Kraft? You know what? I was thinking that Calvin Ridley thing might have been a little more right than wrong on that one. I know he got that touchdown, but and that Crew versus Twitter, after week 1, I was thinking, dang, we might have fumbled the bag on that one. But
Hey, man, I think we need to pull up our rankings and just brag about everything, and also just take our L's where we can. But as of right now, it looks like Christian Kirk outscoring Calvin Ridley on the year. Just saying.
New league too, man. Y'all was fading Christian Kirk, and then he came out there and did that like 2-3 games in a row. I was like, thank fucking God, dude.
what about
Don't mention his name. Anthony Richardson is going the fuck off right now.
I was about to say, bro,
Yeah.
please don't bring up Anthony Richardson because we all taking the L on that one.
We're taking the L on that one. We're definitely
Yeah,
taking the L
we're
He's
looking like
proved me
fucking
wrong.
fools right now.
And then
If he would have finished that game the other day where he had 2 rushing touchdowns in the first fucking quarter before he went out with a concussion, Ain't no telling how much that dude would have scored. Ain't no telling.
Dude, that one cost me a parlay. I thought I had already hit on that parlay because he had 2 touchdowns, and then I looked down and he didn't meet the rushing yard. That was the only one I lost. He came out with a concussion that day. I was like, "What in the
Oh, they
hell?"
didn't give you the freebie though?
Nah, man.
Well, just to put it in perspective, I was putting in my FanDuel lineup earlier today. So these are the top 3 quarterbacks: Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and FanDuel. Anthony Richardson's number 4, and he's averaging 23 points a game right now. He's averaging more fantasy points per game than anybody at quarterback position right now
So, hey, that just
in FanDuel scoring.
since we speaking of what's his name? Richardson. What was that big trade that we had? Anthony Richardson, Trevor Lawrence. I believe David even got 2
Oh
first
God, we had to
rounds.
go back way back
Oh
for that.
man,
I ain't gonna find that, but
that was
I
before
know
the year started.
I got it. Hold on.
I know Will got T-Law out of it, and he gave up a lot plus
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson to get T-Law, and that I got T-Law and Yahoo, and I've been looking at the waiver wire just trying to find somebody to play.
I got it pulled up. So Will got Trevor Lawrence in a 2025 second. David got Anthony Richardson in a 24 first and a 26 first.
Dang. I mean, that trade right there, I was on the T-Law side, because you know how I felt about Anthony Richardson. But I did think that David, he didn't really get killed in that trade no matter what I was thinking. But now that trade's looking crazy good.
Damn, did Sam Howell just throw a pick?
Nah,
Oh no, fumble.
Nah. They should have called for a progression. I guess not, though. I probably should have started Chicago's defense instead of Washington's tonight. God.
One of them.
It's one of them things, man.
Yeah.
Hey, go sell high on Khalil Herbert right now. Good idea.
It's over with. That dude's out for the year with that thing.
Hey, it ain't looking too hot. He ain't in the game right now, so we'll see how it goes. But shit, what else y'all want to get into? What else y'all want to get into tonight on this podcast, the Cruise Dynasty podcast?
Shoot, we just chilling tonight. Just one of them chilling nights. Just watching football. We talked about a few things. Any more things we should bring up for the coming up week, real quick? For these folks.
Well, I mean, we can hit up another episode a little bit here in a minute and talk about some of these matchups and start breaking down some of these games if y'all want to get into it.
We can.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I'm down.
I ain't got any more trades to break down.
I mean, I hadn't made any recently. I've offered a decent bit for Jalen Waddle and Dynasty, but I can't get it done. So, freaking DT, y'all said he was easy to take advantage of, but this man is just like, I mean,
if your last name is Galani, he's easy to take advantage of. Or if it's Duncan.
Shoot, I was trade raping him a bit over the summer, over that last offseason. Trying to hit him.
I mean, one more trade we talked that I also if another trade that involved being Matt, I'm getting called Chris Hamm because of this fucking trade. Like, this is some bullshit. I traded Amon-Ra St. Brown in the rookie startup draft and got what was it? Was it the 8th pick or the 7th pick?
I think it was a 106.
106. I knew it was around there. I got the 106 in the 203.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that pick, I took Devon A-Chain with that pick and Bryce Young that I don't really care about, but I took A-Chain, and now everybody's not talking anymore. But it was terrible when I did it. I'm just such a bonehead.
It's still good. It ain't gonna work out, Chris. It's not gonna work out.
I don't know. I'm all in on A-Chain right now.
Yeah, he's looking good. I remember listening to the footballers, and they were just talking about like start sits for the weekend. They're like A-Chain or Josh Jacobs or some shit. I'm like, God dang, has he already moved up that far? Jesus.
We need to stop pronouncing his name wrong, though. It's A-Chan. He said something after the game that he'd wish that the announcers would stop pronouncing his name wrong.
Well, we're a bunch of Southern fucks, so we're gonna pronounce
That's another thing they
everybody's
got
name
to
wrong all the
understand.
time.
I'm definitely calling him A-Chain. Fuck that shit. He's A-Chain.
He's what? Yeah, that's what everybody called him at South Carolina. So, or no, Mississippi State.
Texas A&M.
Nah, Mississippi State wasn't it?
Nah, it was A&M.
Nah, shit. Yeah. I watched this college tape and was bragging about it earlier in the episode. Don't even know what college he played for.
Shoot, we're gonna have to break some down this coming up year.
Yeah, we're gonna get back into it. Hopefully, we have we're gonna have a little grading system this time. I think we're gonna upgrade. I do think we did pretty well though. We did miss on a couple guys that we didn't talk about though, like Puka Nacua, for example.
Right. Definitely, if you don't even talk about him, you're taking the L.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of injuries, man, because he started off at Washington and then got hurt, and then he went to BYU, and then he always had, like, his ankles was always fucked and stuff, and so they took him in the 5th. I mean, I don't think anybody was going to know that. Like, this kid's ridiculous.
But when you break your ankles a lot, you know how to break other people's ankles a lot.
I mean, hey.
I tell
you know the physics of it. You're like, see, this is what I did to myself. This is what I'm about to do to you, cornerback, safety.
I just tell y'all what, man. I really need Cooper Kupp to come back this week. Ain't no doubt about it. I need him so bad.
I hope he's everything.
Mike ain't gonna come off your pick, man. I want your pick.
Yeah, I want your pick too. In another league, I think y'all talking about the home league, but I want your pick in doo-doo.
I want both his picks in both leagues, honestly.
Y'all ain't getting my pick in doo-doo.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I want fucking coffee, I want Romeo Dubs, and I want Matt's
first round pick.
Yeah, and then I go along with my day.
Can't let that one go. I got to get Caleb Williams on my team, pair him up with Kyler Murray.
So what's it going to take to get Dubs, man? What's it really going to take to get Dubs?
Probably 2 firsts.
Are you kidding me?
Damn.
2 firsts.
He's the man. He's the wide receiver 16 right now. Why would I give that up?
You just gave up Puka Nacua. What is he?
Yeah, he wide receiver like 6.
Yeah, but I got Puka Nacua in round 21.
It don't matter where you got him at. That might have been a steal. Like
it could be.
I go back to like somebody second year ever playing fantasy football. You know, talk about where you pick your player. The last pick in the draft, I took Noshawn Moreno. He was the number 1 running back that season when he was with the Broncos. I took him at the last pick of the draft.
Yeah. Let's talk about some players now. Like Aaron Jones went in like the 5th round. Austin Eckler went undrafted. Stephon Diggs went like the 5th round. So you just telling me you just sold Puka Nacua you just sold Stephon Diggs for a late first round pick where you're gonna get like shit, I don't even know, like Brock Bowers backup next year. Is that what we're talking about?
Just sold Jerry Rice for that. Oh my god,
I can't believe that shit. God,
you sold him like he was Kimbrell Tompkins, man. Like God.
Look, he's gonna be good, but Cooper Kupp's coming back. Sean McVay and Stafford talk about retiring every year. Situation's gonna change eventually for Puka Nacua.
Hey man, you just sold Stephon Diggs.
That dude's young. Why the fuck?
You just sold Stephon Diggs for N'Keal Harry, bro. Congrats. Good trade there, Matt.
Man. That shit's so funny, man. Yep. Well, that was pretty much the trade I did. You want to know the other big trade I did the other day? I traded Tyler Higbee for a 2026 second.
That's a massive trade. Holy shit.
To Akil, shout out to Akil. That was good work. Good work.
A 2026 second? That's all you got?
Look, man, I traded for Tyler Higbee a 2025 second and a third round.
You've been looking at like past value too much. So it's still the same as like redraft applies. It's like we're talking about where did you get this guy? Like,
saying,
all right, so Chris got Mike Evans. Like, if we were in a redraft league, Chris got Mike Evans in like the 7th, and I get fucking let's think who like Jalen Waddle in like the 2nd. Mike Evans is just putting Jalen Waddle to sleep right now in redraft. You can't look at draft capital no more after you make the trade. You can get what you want back, but after they've done performed, like, what do you think, Chris?
Nah, what I'm saying is I got Travis Kelce on my team anyways. I traded for Tyler Higbee to take his spot because I thought he might miss like 2 games. Now that I got Kelce back, I just traded instead of basically I just moved a 25 second to a 26 second.
I think you should have went Higbee plus another player and got the first.
Higbee.
That's what you said, Tyler Higbee, right?
Dang, I don't think Higbee is gonna get me.
No, I said Higbee plus a player, like a player off your team, and got a first. Like a second doesn't matter, dude. A second, especially 2 years down the road, you might as well trade it for. Like if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, man, I picked this piece of sand up off the fucking beach. You want it?" You're like, "Sure." Like, here's Tyler Higbee.
I'm saying I didn't really even lose value though. I didn't really gain nothing. He didn't do nothing.
The 2026 first. We ain't even gonna be alive in 2026. The way we living.
Well,
Probably not.
But it don't matter if we still got a team. I'm gonna be trying to win the championship no matter what. I'm playing every year to win now. Fuck it.
A 2026 second, like if somebody offered me a 2026 second, it'd have to be for like Van Jefferson or something like that. I mean, it'd have to be for like fucking nobody. Dontavion Wicks.
What is Tyler Higbee doing, man?
Nah, I wouldn't even sell Dontavion Wicks for 2026 second.
I was about to say Dontavion Wicks looked pretty good whenever he catches the ball.
Who is just straight
never
ass?
gonna play him.
Jonathan Mingo, dude. 2026 second.
What? Because if Kelce goes down, I'm out anyways. That would be the worst thing for my team is if Kelce goes down.
Higbee just signed a 3-year deal.
Taylor Swift tells him not to play or not.
They need to stop showing her ass at the damn games. We're trying to watch football, dude.
I'm trying to watch football. I don't give 2 fucks about Taylor Swift.
I'm just getting
when I said in the group chat, I was like, they're all like happy that this man's fucking Taylor Swift. I was like, I wouldn't even be ecstatic to fuck Taylor Swift. I'd be like, I was like, it felt like my nuts was hitting cardboard, bro.
Oh my god. And I'm just trying not to get overloaded because when I'm watching Red Zone, I got Red Zone there. I got Anti-Hero playing in the background by Taylor Swift. I got that whole fucking album blasting, trying to get me hype. I don't need to overload of Taylor Swift. Then I just look gay.
I don't even listen to her crap.
Craftman has always been a Swiftie, though.
Oh, I've always loved Taylor Swift, bro. But like, you'll catch me though when shit starts getting too hype, too much attention. I'm like, I'll just drop out just because you're getting too much fucking attention. You know what I mean? Even though I still love your music. Don't come into the football world. That's like when football players get into politics. I'm like, bruh, stick to fucking hiking the ball and catching that thing.
Shut up, play football.
Exactly. Like, I want to hear about who you voted for.
Oh man,
like, we got to be politics and football, man. We got to bring up old Colin, dude. Did y'all see the letter that he sent to the Jets? Y'all seen the official letter from his agents? Saying that he would be honored to be the practice squad captain to play. And he said, maybe you'll realize you'll have an elite weapon at the field. This is exactly what it said. I was laughing the whole time. I was just like, you know what, man? Fuck it. Give him a chance. Let him do it. I just want to see it at this point. I just want to see it.
Just pull some Mark Wahlberg type shit, man. Go to the Eagles. Go the fuck off.
I literally just watched that the other day.
Oh, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker looking ass out there putting in work.
I love Vince Papale.
Hey, man, is there not a movie? Is every movie that Mark Wahlberg stars in Boston? Just wondering.
Well, be.
Nah, because the other guys was in New York because he shot Derek Jeter.
So far, yeah. I think he was probably from Boston, though.
I think so. But he was in that. He played with the Eagles, he was from Philly.
Yeah, he stays on the northeast side, though. You ain't never going to see that motherfucker star no shit from San Fran.
Nah. Heck no.
Definitely not.
All right, fellas. Y'all just want to wrap it up, man? Unless y'all got another one. We talked about a lot of things. Trades, A-Chain.
Mark Wahlberg.
Swifties.
I don't even know if we can call this the Dynasty podcast. We might just call this the fucking everything podcast. The drinking on Friday nights podcast.
The chilling.
I may have a demon in my house too, so
I've been looking at Chris's screen. I may have seen something one time. It could have just been his headphones moving too.
It's probably just one of his kids just like sneaking around in the background. Like you just see a shadow, like a 3-year-old just scooting across the floor, you know?
Well, see, that's the thing, man. My wife and that's what we hear at night is like, was it last night or the night before? I was sitting on the bed and like I heard little footsteps walking down the hallway, and I looked and I was like, okay, well, I was like, Bo obviously can't walk. He's over there in the bassinet. And I was like, Silas is right beside me. So I was like, well, where's our little dog? And I looked down. He's right beside me, too. So I was just like, all right. I just turned over and I was like, fuck it. I'm going back to sleep. Fuck this. That white people in me was telling me to get up and check it out, but I just couldn't do it.
Hey, how many times y'all fucking pulled that gun out the fucking closet and walked around the house to realize nothing was there, though? I've done that at least.
Bro, I've done that about 100 times.
I'd be having that shit cocked and loaded, son. I'm like, then I walk around
all the time,
and it was just like my cat, like jumping on some shit, knocking some shit down.
That shit's so funny, man. I could just see y'all paranoid.
That cat about to get lit, son. If that thing would have ran out at the wrong time.
I'll be outside, like around the chickens, and I'll hear something weird. I'll be like, "Babe, bring me the shotgun. Bring me my shotgun."
You imagine what a 20 gauge would do to a house cat, bro? God dang, son.
Y'all killed me, man. People gonna listen to this episode and be like, "Golly."
Crazy. I thought this was about football.
If this was your first episode, man, I just can't even help but laugh. That shit's funny as fuck. I can't deny. But anyways, man, add the podcast. We was just chilling tonight. 5-star review. What else, Craft Man? What you got to say to the people?
Hey man, come check us out. I promise you, we will have a little bit more football talk. This is one of them good episodes, one of them fun episodes that I hope y'all enjoy listening to. And next episode we might sit up a little bit tonight. I have to talk to Matt. His eyes are a little droopy. Had to figure out what he wants to do, but maybe we'll break down some of these games coming up this weekend.
Yep. Chris, you got anything to say, man?
Nope.
No, what they got? All right then. All right, man. Well, shoot, we out.
Peace.